नमस्कार दोस्तों, वेलकम टू गेट वाला। मैं हूं सतीश कुमार द्रिशेट्टी, फैकल्टी ऑफ मेजरमेंट्स। मैं सब लोग को स्वागत कर रहा हूं हमारा प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन सीरीज पर, पीवीक्यू सीरीज पर हमको स्वागत कर रहा हूं। सो मेजरमेंट्स में बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन आ चुका है लास्ट 4-5 ईयर्स से। सो विल डिस्कस दैट। सो जितने लोग लाइव में हैं मुझे एक बार वॉइस कंफर्मेशन कर दीजिए बेटा, ऑडियो वीडियो सब कुछ क्लियर या नहीं। ओके, सो ये मेजरमेंट्स में हमको पीवीक्यू सीरीज में क्या क्या क्वेश्चन आएगा, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन, लेट अस टेक वन बाय वन। Okay, so first let us take one question. So before going for one question, this is my Telegram ID. So Satish Kumar Sir PW @Satish Kumar Sir PW. You can join. So in that group, next and some important things. There is a free rankers club program. So there is a free rankers club program for GATE and ESC aspirants. Last chance. So 21st December 9 AM onwards this option is available, so you can go through that. Okay, and next scan the QR code or click the link given in description to download class notes DPP quiz. Okay, so you can use this scan code and you can download the notes DPP and all those things, and you can practice the questions, my dear. Okay, chalo, let us go for now our questions. So which are the previous year questions, like that questions we'll discuss now. So let us go one by one. Okay, so try to answer the questions step by step. So what is the answer for this question? Two resistors with nominal resistances values R1 and R2 have additive uncertainties of del R1. This is del R1 and del R2. It's a printing mistake. So this is del R1 and this is del R2. So this is delta, this is delta. So the values given here are, this is the delta R1, this is the delta R2 respectively. When these resistors are connected in parallel, the standard deviation of the error in the equivalent resistance R is dash. So can anybody answer this question? Good evening, good evening. एक बार थम्स अप दिखाइए बेटा जितने लोग लाइव में हैं। Yeah, see here, two resistors with a nominal resistance, so uncertainty. So if you take the parallel resistance solution here, if you see the solution, R is a functionality of R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, so uncertainty in R1, I can take it as delta R1. Next, uncertainty in R2, I can take it as delta R2. Next, uncertainty in R is what? So uncertainty in R, I can take it as formula. So that is dou R by dou R1 whole square uncertainty in R1 whole square plus dou R by dou R2 whole square uncertainty in R2 whole square. Okay, so these are the points. Understood? So now that is the answer. So what is the correct option? Matching dou R by dou R1 delta R1 dou R by dou R2. So option A is matching now. So if you take this one, what is going to match? Dou R by dou R1 into del R1 whole square we can take plus dou R by dou R2 into del R2 whole square we will take. So option A is the right answer for this. Option A is the right answer, not option B. Yes, Pratik. Option A will be the right answer. Now let us go for another question. Yeah. Try to answer this question. Make it fast. गेट 2019 का सवाल है. Response for this question. So how to solve this question? A moving coil instrument having a resistance of 10 ohms gives a full scale deflection when the current is 10 milliamperes. What should be the value of series resistance? What should be the value of series resistance so that it can be used as a voltmeter for measuring potential difference up to 100 volts? So if you see now, this is extension of the voltmeter, range extension. So this is our range extension of the voltmeter. So this will be our Vm and this is our Rm and this is our series resistance. So ये है हमारा series resistance. So what is given here, if you observe closely, a moving coil instrument having a resistance of 10 ohms. So this resistance is 10 ohms. Gives a full scale deflection when the current is 10 milliamperes. So this current is given as what? This Im is given as 10 milliamperes. What should be the value of series resistance is asking, so that it can be used to range the extension of voltage up to 100 volts. So this V is equal to 100 volts and this is the Vm. So what is the Vm we have to find? So Vm is equal to Im into Rm. So what is Im? That is 10 milliamperes, 10 into 10 power minus 3, and Rm is equal to 10. So that means 100 millivolts. And the capital V is equal to 100 volts. Okay. Yes. Shunt? No, it's not shunt, it is series. The voltmeter, na, voltmeter means we have to go for shunt. No, we are not go for shunt. We have to go for series resistance. Voltmeter बोलते हम क्या करना है, series resistance use करना है ना. Series resistance is used for the extension of the voltage range. Okay, RSC use करना है ना. So what is the formula now? RSC is equal to, what is the formula I can use? That formula is RSE is equal to Rm into m minus 1. Okay, that is the formula I have to use. So where m is the multiply factor, so that is RSC is equal to Rm into V by Vm minus 1. So meter resistance is given in the question, that is 10 ohms as it is, and capital V I have to take, the capital V is equal to 100 volts, and small Vm, that is how much you got, 100 millivolts. So इसको कितना आ गया? So this is 100 millivolts, 100 into 10 power minus 3 minus 1. So now this 100 gets cancelled. So this is 10, this is 10 power 3 minus 1. So 10 into 1000 minus 1. So 10 into 999. So that becomes as 9990 ohms. So right answer for this question is option B hoga. Option B is the right answer for this particular question. Okay, chalo, let us go for the next question. Try to answer this question. GATE 2018 सवाल. GATE 2018 question. Answer. So if you see this question, a 0 to 1 ampere moving iron ammeter, 0 to 1 ampere moving iron ammeter has an internal resistance of 50 milliohms and inductance 0.1 millihenry. So if you see now, so this is the situation of the LM and RM, and in parallel also we are going to have LSH and RSH. Okay, so this is now IM, this is a LM, sorry, so this is a LM and this is a RM. And this is LSH and this is RSH. Okay, so now this is our I. Okay, so now a 0 to 1 ampere, so this is a 1 ampere moving iron ammeter has an internal resistance of 50 milliohms. So this is 50 milliohms and inductance of 0.1 millihenry. Inductance of 0.1 millihenry. A shunt coil is connected to extend its range 0 to 10 amperes. This is 10 amperes. For all operating frequencies, the time constant milliseconds is asking and the shunt component is asking. So first of all, we can find out the RSH. So directly we can use the formula of RSH. Am I right? So RSH formula I can use. RSH is equal to Rm by M minus 1, that is Rm by I by Im minus 1. So from the data, what is the meter resistance? 50 milliohms. So this is 50 into 10 power minus 3. And what is the capital I? That is a 10 amperes. So this is a 10, this is a 1 minus 1, 10 minus 1. So 50 by 9 into 10 power minus 3. So it is coming as 5.55 milliseconds. Sorry, 5.5 milliohms. So this is a shunt resistance. Okay. Yes. Next question is asking time constant. So time constant, we can take time constant of the meter is equal to time constant of the shunt. So from this we can take like this. Time constant of the meter I can take it as Lm by Rm. So Lm is equal to 0.1 into millihenry 10 power minus 3 and Rm is equal to 50 into 10 power minus 3. So 1 by 500, 1 by 5 means 0.2, that means 2 milliseconds. So the right answer is 2 milliseconds and how much? 5.55 milliohms. So option A is the right answer. Okay, so let us go for the next question. Answer this question. GATE 2017 का सवाल है. Make it fast. First of all, you select in those companies. If you select on these companies, then we can select, we can see that. Yes, you are eligible. It's not a matter. You have to clear that exam. Yeah, what is mentioned here? A stationary closed Lissajous pattern oscilloscope has 3 horizontal tangencies and 2 vertical tangencies for a horizontal input with a frequency of 3 kHz. So there is a formula, Fi by Fx is equal to number of horizontal tangencies divided by number of vertical tangencies. Then he is asking the frequency of vertical input, is horizontal tangencies. So vertical input is equal to number of horizontal tangencies divided by number of vertical tangencies into Fx. So number of horizontal tangencies how many? So if you check, a stationary closed has 3 horizontal tangencies, 3 horizontal tangencies, see here. So it has 3 horizontal tangencies divided by how many vertical tangents it is having? 2 vertical tangents is having, and frequency on the x-axis is equal to 3 kHz. So that is 1.5, so that will become as 4.5 kHz. So the right answer for this question here is 4.5 kHz. Option D is the right answer. Option D is the right answer. So let us go for one more question. Yeah, try to answer this question. Answer this question. Two sinusoidal signals, rho W1T, A sin omega 1T, Q W. So this is one P and Q, X and Y inputs. So for X plates we have given. So what is the answer for this question? How to answer? For X plates we have given A sin omega 1T, and for Y plates what we have given? For Y plates what we have given? Two sinusoidal signals are applied to the X, Y during a time. The Lissajous pattern is given, displayed on the screen below. Okay, so this may be some other thing, A sin omega 2T. So he's asking the signal Q of T will be represented as, signal Q of T represented as dash. So signal Q is this is Q, this is P. Okay, so now if you see, this is Y axis, this is X axis, horizontal. So now if you see, this is the X axis now. So you see the horizontal tangencies, these are the horizontal tangencies, and these are the horizontal tangencies, and these are the vertical tangents. Don't confuse. So this is our Y axis. Okay, so what is the Fi by Fx here? Fi by Fx is equal to number of horizontal tangencies divided by number of vertical tangencies. So if you see this picture, these are the horizontal tangencies. Why? Because this is the vertical tangency. Y axis is here. So vertical tangencies and horizontal tangencies. So what is asking? Number of horizontal tangents are 4. Yes or not? Along the x-axis. This is the Fy by Fx. If you see, number of horizontal tangents. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. And vertical tangents is. So answer please. What is the answer for this question? So 2 by 4. So this is horizontal tangents is 1, 2, and vertical is 4. So Fy is equal to Fx by 2. That means omega 2 is equal to omega 1 by 2. So option B is the right answer. Omega 2 is equal to omega 1 by 2. So option B will be the right answer. Okay, so let us go for the next question. Very good question. These are quality questions. Miss mat karna. Yeah. K 2022 का सवाल. So answer this question. A balanced Wheatstone bridge ABCD has the following arm resistances. RAB is equal to 1 kilo ohm 2.1%, RBC 100 ohms plus or minus 0.5%, RCD is unknown resistance, RDA is this. The value of RCD and its accuracy is asking. So try to do this. Shivam Guardian, what is the answer for this question? So first of all, let us write a Wheatstone bridge like this. So this is our Wheatstone bridge. So this is A and this is B, and C, and this is D. Next, and this is DA. Okay, so this is the circuit. So now if you check now, yeah, so what is given? RAB is given as what? 1K plus or minus 2.1%. Next, RBC is given as what? 100 plus or minus 0.5%. Next, RCD is unknown. Next, RDA is given as 300K plus or minus 0.4%. The value of RCD is asking. Is it correct? RBC is 100 ohms correct? Let us see now. So as per the scenario, RAB into RCD, RAB into RCD must be equal to RBC into RDA. So मुझे RCD चाहिए. So RCD is equal to RBC RDA divided by RAB. So now if you check now, what is RBC? That is 100 into RDA 300K divided by RAB 1K. So KK gets cancelled. We are going to get 30,000. But 30,000 is not there. Balance, how it is possible? $30,000 kilo ohms. I think something fishy here. You have to check this question. Printing mistake is there or what? What? Is there any printing mistake in the question? I think is there any mistake in the question? I'm getting a doubt. Is the question is right or not? Question is correct only, na? 1K 2.1%, 100 ohms. That is 300 ohms, right? So that is a mistake. It should be 300 ohms. It's not kilo ohms. It should be 300 ohms. It should be 300 ohms. That is a mistake. Okay. So now let us see the question clearly. So what happens now? This will be RBC. RBC means 100. Next, RDA means 300. This is printing mistake. 300. So this is 300. Next, RAB means 1K. Okay, so 1K. So answer will be 30 ohms. 30 ohms. Next, the percentage, what I am going to get? All percentage product of quantities. So product of quantities means you have to add 2.1 plus 0.5 plus 0.4. So 0.5 plus 0.4, 0.6 plus 2.1, 2.9 approximately. So 2.1 plus 0.5 plus 0.4, so 3% approximately, that is 3%. So that is RCD is equal to 30 plus or minus 3%. So 3% of that, 3%, 3 by 3 divided by 100 into 30. So that is coming as 0.9 ohms. 0.9 ohms. So RCD is equal to 30 plus or minus 0.9. So that is the right answer. So printing mistake वैसे लेडे हो गया. Option B is the right answer. Option B is the right answer. चलो, let us go for the next question. Yeah. Answer this question. Make it fast. GATE 2018 का सवाल है. अभी साउंड आ रहा है? ओके ओके, नाउ द साउंड इज कमिंग. नाउ द साउंड इज कमिंग. थैंक यू थैंक यू. ये सब क्वेश्चंस विदाउट पेन पेपर हो जाएगा, बस कंडीशन चेक करो और टेबल याद करो जो सर ने बनवाया है. सो वो मुझे कॉम्प्लीमेंट दे रहे हैं और मुझे गाली दे रहे हैं, विक्रम कुमार पाउल जी. हाँ. So W2 is equal to half of the W1. So if I substitute that root 3, so this is W1 minus half of the W1 divided by W1 plus half of the W1. So कितना आ रहा है? So solve करके बताओ. So root 3. So this is, अरे क्या हो रहा है मैं? Okay. So tan phi is equal to what I'm going to get? Just say tan phi is equal to root 3 into, so this is W1. Okay, W1 as it is. W2 is equal to half of the W1, the whole divided by W1 as it is. W2 is equal to half of the W1. So what happens? This is root 3 W1 minus half of the W1, that will become half W1. This will become as 3 by 2 W1. Am I right? So W1 W1 gets cancelled रे. जल्दी बताओ रे. 1 by 2 into 2 by 3 रे. So 2 gets cancelled. So I'm going to get 1 by root 3. So tan phi is equal to 1 by root 3, both of phi is equal to how much रे? 30 degrees. So then the power factor is cos phi. Cos phi means cos 30. Cos 30 means how much you are going to get? 0.866. But question में क्या पूछ रहे? Question में पूछ रहे आपको angle पूछ रहे. Is asking the power factor of the load. Okay, 0.86. 0.86 is the answer. 0.866 is the right answer. मजा ही मजा. So 0.86 is the right answer. Okay, chalo. Now try to answer this question. Question is related to wattmeter. 2015 का सवाल है. Yeah. Now answer this question. Make it fast. डेफिनेटली हो जाएगा. अरे यार बहुत सारा क्वेश्चंस आ चुका है हमारा क्लासेस से. So how to understand this question? What is this connection? The coils of wattmeter have resistance. So what is the questions? Try to understand the question category. What type of question these all are? GATE 2015 का सवाल है. So if you see here, this is what connection? First of all, this is connected to the load side. So it is called LC connection. In LC connection, so this is the pressure coil. So this is the true value. So this is the current passing through the load, and this is a voltage across the load. So the true value is VL IL cos phi. Okay, but the measurement value, what happens? In addition to this true value, this pressure coil is also connected now. So the measurement value is true value plus this true value plus this particular pressure coil power. Okay, so that is VL IL cos phi. That is a true value now. So in addition to the true value, we are going to have the pressure coil power, that is V square by R. What is this? V square by resistance of the pressure coil. So note down. So first we will go for this notations. What is the data given? The coils of a wattmeter have a resistance of 0.01 ohm. So this resistance is RCC resistance 0.01 ohm, and RPC, the resistance of the pressure coil, is always high, that is 1000 ohms. Remember, current coil resistance कम होगा, pressure coil resistance ज़्यादा होगा. Next, their inductances may be neglected. The wattmeter is connected as shown in the figure to measure the power consumption, which draws at 25 amperes. So this current is 25 amperes and the power factor is 0.8. Okay, so now we will write the true value, that is VL IL cos phi. So what is the VL? He has given as 30 volts. This is 30 volts and IL is equal to 25 amperes, and cos phi is a power factor, that is 0.8. So 730 into 25, that is 700 by 8 by 10. So 560 watts na. Calculator use karo beta. So 600, sorry. By the pressure coil, that is V square by R. So what is the voltage across a pressure coil? The voltage across a pressure coil is 30 volts. So 30 square. Resistance of the pressure coil is 1000. So that is coming as 900 by 1000. 900 by 1000 means 0.9. Okay, so 0.9 watts. So measurement value is 600.9 watts. True value is equal to 600 watts. So if you calculate the percentage, how much is the percentage error? So question asked is a percentage error मेरे दोस्तों. Question क्या पूछ रहे हैं? Percentage error पूछ रहे हैं. So he's asking percentage error. So percentage error is equal to measurement value minus true value divided by true value into 100. So measurement value कितना है? 600.9. So this is 600.9 minus true value 600 divided by 600 into 100. 600.9 minus 600 divided by 600 into 100. So it is coming as 0.15%. So the right answer in this question, 0.15%. Okay, so let us go for another question. Try to solve this question. GATE 2012 का सवाल है. CRO पढ़ना है। स्क्रीन ब्लैक है क्या? स्क्रीन ब्लैक है रे? Yes. Now see here, what are the answers? The periodic waveform observed on the oscilloscope. So the V average we have to measure. V average means area under the curve divided by time period. So what is the area under the curve? So that I can take this area half BH. That means half into, this is 10 into height. Height is 10. Next area. This is rectangle. This is minus 5 into 2. Next square. 20 minus 12, 8 into 5. 8 into 5. Whole divided by time, 20. Okay. So now simplify how much you are going to get. This is 100 by 2, 50 minus 10 plus 40 divided by 20. 90 minus 80, 40 by 20. 80 by 20, 4 volts. Option A is the right answer. Okay, let us go for another question now. Yeah, try to answer this question. Very good question. Is asking the average power consumed by the load. What is the average power consumed by the load? So here the V of t is given as 100 sin omega t and I of t is given as 10 sin omega t minus 60 plus 2 sin 3 omega t plus 5 sin 5 omega t. Okay, so average power पूछ रहे, so please find out the average power. Okay. yes, average power पूछ रहे ना, so V average is equal to, so this is 100 by root 2 and IRMS, this is 10 by root 2 and cos of phi, that is cos minus 60. So this is 1000 by 2 cos 30 root 3 by 2 cos 60 1 by 2. So answer is 250 watts. Answer कितना आएगा? 250. So VRMS we have to take. Okay, so VRMS we have to take. Chalo. Now let us go for this question. Answer this question. Make it fast. No, we can take the, we can take only the basic fundamental terms. So we can take only the fundamental terms. Current harmonics nahi jante. So we can only take these terms. Suppose if it is having any input power factor, suppose if it is asking any input power factor, then we have to take the total. Why? Because this omega t voltage term is having only fundamental harmonics na. So consider only fundamental harmonics. Only fundamental harmonics. Fundamental harmonics, not higher orders. Okay, fundamental harmonics. Sure, let us go for another question now. Yeah, we are asking some other question. Where is the question gone? Yeah, this question. Power consumed by a balanced three-phase, three-wire load measured by 2 wattmeter method. The first wattmeter reads twice. So we can go for the tan phi formula, no problem. So tan phi is equal to root 3 into W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2 na. So the first wattmeter reads twice of the other. So W2, this is W2 and this is 2W2 and this is W2. Okay, so root 3, so W2 and 3W2. So W2, W2 gets cancelled. So 1 by root 3. So tan phi is equal to root 1 by root 3. That means phi is equal to 30 degrees, but he is asking radians. So what is the answer? 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi radians. Am I right? 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi radians. So 1 degree is equal to 2 pi by 360 radians. 2 pi by 360 radians. So we need the 30 degrees. So 30 into 2 pi by 360 radians. So pi by 6 radians. Answer is pi by 6. Option C is the right answer. Chalo, let us go for the next question. Okay, chalo, answer this question. Make it fast. The load shown in the figure is supplied by a 400 volts 3-phase source. The load is balanced and inductive, drawing 3464 volt ampere. When the switch S is in position N, the 3 wattmeters W1, W2, W3 read 577.35 watts. So try to understand and do this question. See what is given here. The load shown in the figure is supplied by a 400 volts line to line. See here how the pressure coil is connected. The pressure coil is connected from here to here. So they're connected here to here. So it is connected N. N means neutral. Pressure coils are connected to neutral. So if the switch is at N position, switch at N position, if you see what is given, the load is balanced and inductive drawing 3464 volt ampere. When the switch S is in position N, the 3 wattmeters are reading 577.35 watts each. So here I can write W1 is equal to W2 is equal to W3 is equal to how much? 577.35. 577.35 watts. Okay. If the switch is moved to position Y, that is connected to which line? Y line. Okay, now if the switch is positioned to connected here, then the readings of the wattmeters will be dash. So at switch at position Y, then what is the W1 reading, W2 reading and W3 reading? So now it is connected to one of the Y line. Okay, connected to one of the Y line. So first of all, in the picture, from this 3-phase power we can get the P, average power we can get from this diagram. So the P is nothing but average power, that is 3 into 577.35 watts. Am I right? So that is a 3-phase power is given 3 into 577.35. So that is coming as 1732.05 watts. What is this? This is the average power or active power we can say. Next, in the question he has given 3464 volt ampere. What is this? 3464 volt ampere. What is this? That is a reactive power. So the reactive power is given. What is the reactive power? That is 3464 volt ampere. Is it right? VAR. Sorry, it is not Q. It is apparent power, na? It is not VAR. This is apparent power. Yes. This is apparent power. Yes. Volt ampere. It is not VAR. I think all of you are clear about that. We got the S. Okay. So P by S, if you do, what we are going to get? So what is P? So P is nothing but VI cos phi. So if I take P by S, P is equal to V into I into cos phi, and whereas this is V into I. So from this I am going to get the value. So P is equal to 1732.05 divided by 3464. So what I am going to get, divided by 3464, if you do, how much I am going to get? 1732 divided by 3464, 0.5 I am getting. So phi is equal to 60 degrees. So I am getting cos phi is equal to 0.5. That means phi is equal to 60 degrees. Now if you see second wattmeter, I think this wattmeter 2 is connected, this line is connected to this now. So that means wattmeter 2 connection, if you check now, wattmeter 2 connection is not going to the neutral, it is coming to this. That means it is shorted. So wattmeter 2 is equal to 0. Yes. So from the picture we can understand one of the wattmeter reading W2 is equal to 0. W2 is equal to 0. Is it clear that W2 reading is equal to 0? So what is the W1? W1 we have to calculate by using the formula. W1 is a formula VPC ICC cos phi. So what is the W1? Check in the picture. What is the VPC? VPC ICC cos phi. Please check it. W1 is W1 also. W1 also 0. W1 is also going to be 0 na? Why? Because W1 is VR by IR. So this is R. This is Y. So W1 is equal to also 0. Obviously, W1 is also equal to 0. That is also good shorted here. Why? Because W1 is coming as what? W1, you can take it as VR by IR into cosine VRY and IR. So this is also going to be 0. Next, what is the W3? The total minus W1. So W3 only has to give the total power, na? So what is the total power? That is 1732. Total power is 1732. So the total power should be equal to 1732, should come by W3. So W3 is coming as 1732. Or else W3 value you can cos 90. Very good. Line voltage cos 90. Very good. So now cosine of VR by R, that is fine. But W3 is what? W3 will be VB by IB, na? W3 is what? Again the same thing. W3 is equal to VPC ICC cosine angle VPC and ICC if you check, or cos phi if you check. So W3 is coming between these points, BY or BY and IB. So V BY IB cosine angle between V by V and IB. You have to find out that angle. Okay, you have to find out that angle. That angle is going to come as how much? See this angle here, the angle between VR and IR. If you check the VR and IR, that angle. See, you have to go for the phasor diagram. You have to go for the phasor diagram. You can go for the phasor diagram. With the phasor diagrams, you can go for it. See here. So with the phasor diagrams, you can go for it. So these are VRN, these are VYN, these are VBN. Am I right? You have to go with the phasor diagram. Okay, so this is the VRN, this is a VRN, this is a VYN, this is a VBN. VRN, VYN, VBN. All of you are comfortable with the phasors or not? Yes. So this is IR, this is our IR, this is IY, this is IB. So these are our currents. These are our IR, this is our IY, this is our IB. So first one, if you see, what is the first one we are going to get here? VRY. VRY means VRN minus VYN. That means VRN plus of minus VYN. Am I right? Okay. VRN plus of minus VN. So VYN is this. So V minus YN will go here. So this is a minus VYN. Minus VYN. Okay. Na? So now the resultant of these two, VRN and this resultant, will be equal to our VRY. VRY. So VRN and IR के बीच में angle कितना है? That is already we know that 60 degrees. Phase current and phase voltage के बीच में angle कितना है? 60 degrees. So this phase current and phase voltage का angle 60 degrees है. and we know that line voltage will be having a phase shift of 30 degrees. So now see the total angle. The angle between VRY and IR is coming as how much? 90 degrees. Got it? अभी समझ में आपको? अंशुमन clear आ गया अभी? So wattmeter 1 is connected between RY na. So that's what I'm telling, W1. So W1 is equal to what? VRY into IR cosine angle between VRY and IR. So that will become 0. Done or not? Now similarly, you please find out this W3. W3 is VB by IB. VBY कहाँ से लाऊं? So VBY चाहिए मुझे. VBY means VBN minus VYN. That means VBN plus of minus VYN. So VBN minus, so this is VBN minus VYN. इसका बीच में resultant यहाँ आएगा. So this resultant, okay? और अंडरस्टैंडिंग फेजर्स आपको क्लैरिटी होना है. सो ये रिजल्टेंट को हमको बोलते हैं VBY. सो दिस रिजल्टेंट वी कैन टेक एज VBY. सो दिस एंगल पूछ रहे हैं, ये कितना होगा एंगल? यस, sorry, yes, correct. This lag na, current, yeah, here comes our VB. The resultant vector मैंने wrong draw कर दिया. So this is the picture. So this is going to be the VB. So now this is VBY. So we need this angle. So can you tell me what is this angle? Anybody can tell me what is this angle? This total will be 120. How much is this angle? Can you tell me this angle VB and IB के बीच में angle कितना होगा? 30 degrees होगा ना, phase line current and line voltage. 30 degrees. That will be coming as 30 degrees na? Yes or no? कितना आ रहा है? 30 degrees आ रहे हैं ना? Yeah. So that is 30 degrees. So please now find out this VB by IB. This is cos 30. What is the VB by line voltage? What is the line voltage? Everybody. So we already have S na. We already have S. What is S? So this is our S. So for a 3-phase, we can take S is equal to √3 VL IL na. So S by √3 will be coming as VL IL. So now if I substitute this here, S by √3, S by √3. S by √3. So S is how much? 3,464. So 3,464 divided by √3 cos 30 √3 by 2. So answer is 1732 R. That's it. मजा आ गया? Any doubts? So W3 is this. Got it? Any doubts? Anand Kumar, Anshuman ji. Answer this question now. A 4.5 digit DVM has 3 error specifications as 0.2% of reading plus 10 counts. This is very interesting question. If a DC voltage of 100 is read on its 200 volts full scale, the maximum error that can be expected in the reading. So error is due to 3 things. See here. Error is happening due to 2 things. A 4.5 digit DVM has a error specification as 0.2% of reading की वजह से plus 10 counts. This is the error. So first let us do 0.2% of reading error. 0.2% of reading means what? 100 is read on 200 volts. So 200 volts is this and reading is how much? 100 volts. So in this error is of 0.2%. Okay, 0.2% of 100. So 0.2% of 100 means it is 0.2. So that means 100 plus or minus 0.2. Or else 0.2%, that is fine. Next, 10 counts. First of all, what do you mean by 1 count? First of all, what do you mean by 1 count? It is 4.5 digit DVM. 4.5 digit DVM means how to understand? 4.5 digit DVM means how to understand? 4 full digits and 1 half digit. Okay, so 4 full digits. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4 half. So 4 full digits. This is full digits. The range will be 0 to 9. This is half digit, 0 to 1. Full digits, half digit. So if you see the full digits, what is going to happen? 4.5 digit na. So see the range starts from 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 and goes up to, how much is the range? 100 volts na. 100 volts. 100 volts means it should be 199.9. Okay, so it will go up to 0.9999. Next comes 1, 0, 0, 0. Goes up to 19999. So this is the 100 volts. 100 volts means the range will be double to 4.5 digit. Okay, so now what is asking here? See, a 4.5 digit DVM has error specification as 0.2%, 10 counts. First of all, what do you mean by 1 count? This is 1 count. 1 count means 0, 0, 0.01. Okay, that means what? 1 count corresponds to 0.01 volt. Am I right? Point will come here. Why? Because 100 volts means point should be here na. Point should be here. That's point you have to understand. So 10 counts corresponds to into 10, that is 0.1 volt. So 0.1 volt. Now what is the error now? Error is equal to on reading 100 plus or minus 0.1. So this can be written as 100 plus or minus in a percentage. How much? In a percentage, 1%? 1 by 100 of 100? No. 10%? So in 100, how much percentage will be equal to 0.1? That is 0.1 percentage. Am I right or not? In 100, how much percentage will be equal to 0.1? If you take 0.1, that will be 0.1 volt. So error here is 0.1%. Error in the reading is what? Error in the reading is 0.2%. So this also we converted. So this converted to 0.1%. So the total error is what? 0.2% plus 0.1%. The answer is 0.3%. Option C is the right answer. How many of you understood this question? It's a very good question. Are you enjoying? Enough for today? Any doubts? Thank you.